Last month, LA burned, and it was one of the most predictable disasters on record. Unfortunately, when Chekhov's fire did arrive, it collided with what now appears to be a generationally inept political class.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Karen Bass, the Los Angeles mayor, who at the time of the fire was in Ghana, of all places, didn't have much to say to the citizens. Now, you can't blame local officials for the weather, but it seemed to most observers that Bass and Governor Gavin Newsom had created their own perfect storm of Californian incompetence. Of course, the disaster matters most to the families that live there, the people who lost loved ones and watched their homes and businesses turn to ash. But it also matters in a different way. Because when California burns, so does our vision of the future. California was once a place where industry and imagination locked arms and showed us how great the human experiment could be. It secured democracy by manufacturing and engineering the weapons that won the Second World War. It built the dream factory of Hollywood. It gave us Silicon Valley and personal computing. Without LA, there would be no hippies, no tech bros, no gangsters in our rap, no hardcore in our punk, no boys in our beach, and no movie stars. Our vision of what it is to be a human would be incomparable today had the most ardent pioneers never reached the ocean and been forced to settle on the West Coast. And yet, something has gone very wrong. California has surrendered because the fires are indicative of something rotten at the core. And to understand how this rot began, we have to travel back to the 1970s. This was a decade of despair and decadence, not just for LA, but particularly and especially for San Francisco, as it became the petri dish for the values that now define the state's politics and governance. I'm Eli Lake, and this is Breaking History. In this episode, we dive into the San Fran 70s, a decade of terror, peril, and revolutionary change.
I know it seems we have no hope, can't take it anymore. But if you know our history, we've all been here before.
Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.